Okay, so these are 5 ways in which to tell and test if you are hypermobile. You might be hypermobile in all of them. There might be a couple that you are, and that's for you to then work with as you gain this information about your body. So the first thing, I'll get you to bring one forearm. Let's start with the right forearm to the floor, palm flat. I just want you to lift one digit up. So lift your thumb first, then your index finger, and what you're looking for is, do they go to 90 degrees? Mine do on this hand. Middle finger lifts, ring finger, and we're most interested to see, does the pinky finger lift to 90 degrees? If so, that indicates hypermobility in that side. Go to the other side, same thing, lift the thumb. Now, what's really interesting for me is that the digits on this hand are less mobile than that on the right. And my pinky doesn't actually come to 90 degrees, which suggests that I'm a little bit less hypermobile on this side. It's close. Interestingly, like tweaky parts are on the right side, because I know that is a consequence of being overly flexible. So I have to be very, very mindful when I'm practicing. The next one is to take the arm out, so your palm is facing outward. Take a hold of your thumb and try to bring it back to touch your forearm. Mine doesn't touch, it's about halfway. So that's an indication that thumbs wise, I'm probably okay. So there's an element of my wrist that is hypermobile through my pinky side, but not so much through the thumb side. Okay, so you can try that on both sides. The third way to test this, and you will see this so much in yoga, is if you look at my elbows, I'll try and show you from the side. You can see how they're pressed forward, so they're like ultra extended. Really, they should, in a natural position, be about there. And then you'll see people in downward facing dog doing this like mad extension of their elbow joints, right? So like they're locked and the elbows are forwards, something like that. It's what you guys might know as double jointed. Okay, if you can do that, if you are like this, you are hypermobile in your elbows, and you need to watch the next video. It's very important. The other way to tell is to look at your knees. So for me, my natural stance, before I taught myself otherwise, was to stand with my knees locked back like that, right? Which means I'm literally, my entire body weight is being locked into my knees. So a little bend of the knees is more of a natural stance. See that again? And if I really feel into this, I feel like the right side is definitely more wobbly than the left. Even when I'm doing like strength stuff, I can feel that there's not a lot of stability in that leg. I have to be very, very mindful of how I'm working. And then the forward with your legs straight, and see if your palms plant the floor. So for me, they do. I know that I'm hypermobile in my spine. Okay. So test that for yourselves, and you might feel like that one leg strains more than the other. But the idea is to see if with your legs straight, can you plant your palms on the floor? And then rolling all the way up. So that is a good way, that's the 5 things to look for to see if you are working with any type of hypermobility, whether that's in all of those things or just some of them. And then the next video is about you guys now working in a way that is sustainable, because working into hypermobility and over flexing in our joints will lead to long-term injury. And this is about preventing these things happening before they do, so we can work in a sustainable way.